Bonjour, bienvenue. We are back again in the
Batignolles-Châtillon, Bourrasque.
yes, the French tank that is the mission tank, and we are in Live Oaks, and we will be performing some platoons and dominating the enemies. Of course, if you are here for the first time, please remember to subscribe. And also please give this video a like, it helps out my channel very much and I would appreciate it a lot. But first of all, let's get back to serious business. We are in a platoon in Live Oaks, and immediately I tell my platoon mates we'll go to C1, get out a clip and leave. Now you can do this in this kind of tank because you do have the speed, and you know, when you're playing the platoon, you can do this, coordinate shit and do things together. It's really fun. If you don't platoon, I would highly recommend you do. If you're not too bothered about your personal performance, like, you know, if you want to do a lot of damage, or if you're busy about doing missions and stuff like that, if you're just out there to have fun, make friends, you know, make some random platoons, or go with your clanmates and have some fun, get into the voice chat. It is really fun. I'm in a platoon with two of my clanmates, and we just finished the clan wars thing, and we had a night off, and we decided to bomb it around the random battles. And now immediately the three of us are going down into the middle to see if we can clip off some unsuspecting customers. Now my mate here he's in a progetto. I'm in a
Batignolles-Châtillon, Bourrasque.
and we clip him out just like that. And next up, we are looking for our second customers now. Our third platoon mate took a little bit of damage there, and that wasn't planned. That's because he did not leave the hill in time. Now obviously you're in a platoon, you can do a lot of things when you have three tanks together. So basically we're just going in there and clipping everything we see. So I've got full HP, so I might as well go there, take the risk, give out two shots and finish off with him. And it looks like there is a Scorpion G there that's going to peek. My mate there is going to take a hit for it, but that Scorpion also takes a little bit of damage. Now I should have just went in front of him and clipped him out with my two shots, 360 alpha damage, but I decided to go around him. Nevertheless, I still managed to finish him off. Of course, we are talking about 360 alpha damage in the Batchat Bourrasque, or Batchat Bourrasque, or Batchat Bourrasque, if you're American. 190 alpha damage I'm doing with my standard APCR shells. Of course, you also have premium shells that are APCR, which is a good plus because that means you don't need to lead so far when you are sniping from a distance. Now 360 alpha means 720 combined. And with a 2-second intra clip, this means you can poke out when your enemy is reloading, fire out 720 damage in 2.5 seconds, and then get back into safety without taking any damage at all. This is the amazing potential of this tank. Now look at me just bombing around for less than 3.5 minutes. I've already done 2,156 damage. We are leading 7-3. This game is already almost over. All I need to do is just in the voice chat with my teammates, combine together and see if we can get more damage output out of this game for ourselves. Very easy game, to be honest with you, if you're playing in a platoon. Now you can imagine regular players doing very well, but imagine good players platooning. They would be completely dominating the map in any kind of situation, in any kind of capable platoon where you have three good players. Games are just easily over. Now when I was in a platoon with my two friends here, my two clanmates, we I think played maybe 20 games or close to 20 games, and easily around 85% win rate, very easily dominating the map. And they were of course also playing very competitive tanks like the Progetto 46. So between the three of us, it was easy to just face roll any kind of enemy, whether in tier 8 or tier 9. So now I wouldn't say this tank is overpowered or anything like that. In fact, it is kind of balanced, but in good hands, this thing is absolutely crazy. It's going to have like very high skill cap. Now regular players might not be able to completely dominate or take advantage of this tank, but any kind of decent player that likes to play medium or light tanks, they are going to go crazy for this tank because it's going to work so well for them. Now this tank reloads in 21 seconds, but if you have all the cruise skills, it does it in 19 seconds very easily. The only downside on this tank is it does not turn on a dime. It's like the EBR 75 where you need to release, if you're in the speed mode, the fast mode, you need to release the W key in order to turn sharply, and that's the problem. Now even though I was behind there, you saw me get that spotting, and that's because my view range is around 450, 460 with all my cruise skills. Stock cruise skills, 0 cruise skills, base view range is 390. So if you have optics and all that good stuff, 5 cruise skills or whatever, 450 easily. So that's the kind of tank we are talking about. Now I wanted to do something different today. I thought I'd do some, I have a lot of fans, and on the Twitter I have some questions, so I was going to take some questions for today. And the first question is coming from Bourrasque George. Bourrasque George has a question for us, and his question is:
Quelle est la difficulté des missions?
How difficult are the missions? The missions are not difficult at all, but the missions will take up a lot of time, whether you play in the tier 10 or anything lower than that. It just takes a lot of time. It is not a difficult question at all. Bourrasque George, thank you for your question. Let's take another question, maybe from oh yes, the next question from Bliat Vasily, Bliat Vasily, and your question is:
Combien ça coûte?
Combien ça coûte? How much does it cost? Well, this tank is going to be about 50 euros, 40-50 euros if you do not do any of these missions. But if you do some of the missions, maybe you can get some 50%, 60% discount a little bit. Yeah, I'm talking about maybe 20-30 euros for you, no problem. I think all you need to do is a little bit of the missions. I don't think it is a big problem. Let's go on to the next question. Oh, we have a big fan here from the Donald J. Trump. This is another hoax from the Do-Nothing Democrats. Totally fake news. This tank can't be real. Macron, please take a look at it. No, this tank is real. It is real. It is happening. All I can say is this is happening. Stay out of my way. Mr. Trump, stay out of my way. This is happening. The
에티그노우 채틸론 브라스크
is happening. And let's move on to the next question from Sophie Gaming. I know you, magnifique. What is your question, Sophie Gaming?
Voudriez-vous prendre un café avec moi?
Oh, would you have a coffee with me? Of course I would. It would be my pleasure. And we could talk a little bit about the tanks, perhaps, or something else if you'd like. But in all seriousness, I wanted to show you a city map, a town game. I wanted to show you what the potential of the bat chat in a city map. This is Encounter, of course. I'm being pressured by the T54 mod 1, and there's E75 TS on the eastern side of the map with another tank that's going to be pressuring us soon. But I'm showing you the potential of this tank now, even though we don't look like we have a lot of control of the map right now. We are being pressured, but I still have the stealth, I have the vision, I have the mobility to flex around the map, and right now I cannot contest that Pantera 44 and E75 closing in on the Juliet and Kilo line down on the south. So what I'm doing is running away, and instead of fighting them face on, I am flanking the rest of my team. The rest of my team are here. I'm giving them a hand to help win this side quickly before that Pantera and E75 TS arrives. Now you can see the HWK12 on the K9, K1 trying to slow them down as much as possible. Now before they get here, we want to finish these guys. So that's exactly what I did. Instead of trying to fight them on the south and on the east side, I just run away, and with the overwhelming numbers on the eastern side, I am able to help finish off this team. And just like that, from a close fight, this became more of tip to our favor, you could say. So of course I didn't do it alone. This is a team game. This is a 15v15. So part of what I did contributed to our victory here, but basically what I was trying to show you is you can only do this in a tank that has a little bit of mobility, that has some kind of firepower, which this tank definitely has, because you do 720 and you have speed and you have 40% camo stationary. That's 40%, that's right. That is camo in the light tank wheelhouse. LT432 has 40% camo, LHMTV has 41% camo. That's how good this camo is. And of course, if you get this tank, you also get this 3D skin, which is white color, and it says 1998 ZZ10, which is the Zinedine Zidane World Cup number 10 jersey, right? That was the reference to the camo name, by the way, in case you didn't know. But that was the game. Just like that, both games over 3000 damage, and this is pretty regular. You can do this easily, especially if you are in a platoon. And also you make a lot of credits doing it if you fire a lot of standard shells, of course, not if you shoot a lot of premium shells. Again, both games over 3000 damage, both games making a lot of credits. Obviously you don't do this all the time, but I'm saying the potential, it does have the potential to make lots of credits. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.
사요나라.
안녕히 가세요.